Welcome to chapter 6, which is on vowels and diphthongs. So we will be learning the IPA symbol for your vowel sounds and your diphthong sounds, as well as practice some of those vowel sounds that we nasalize, which means placing the production of the sound in our nasal cavity rather than our oral cavity. So I'm going to start showing you your book so that we know that we are all on the same page. Here is your chapter 6 on vowels and diphthongs. We will flip through the pages and we skipped one. And there, okay. Let's see if we can grab it this time. Okay, I'm just gonna do it from here. Okay, so on page 149, we see the definition of vowels. As we learned prior, vowel sounds are produced by changing the size, the shape, and the texture of our oral cavity. And diphthongs, since they are two vowel sounds combined, are produced in the same way. So vowel sounds go to two places, oi, and that's why we know they have two vowel sounds combined. There are faults of vowel sounds, and the fault is a distortion, and the specific distortion that we do have in this region is the nasalization of vowels. And we'll be taking you through some examples so you can hear the difference between an and an ah. Man, man, family, family. Aw, law, law. Coffee, coffee. I, mine, mine. Out, we're going out. Out. Okay, and oi, toy, oi. And the other one we don't cover, but we'll go through some of them. Sometimes we have some substitutions. Sometimes if English is one of your languages, you may substitute it. But one of our concerns is we substitute for water, instead of water. That would be our main concern of the substitutions here on this page. So then we flip over, and there are some additions, as we said before. We add an to like athlete. Sometimes we add a to instead of dog. It's a dog. So we're primarily only concerned with the adding an extra syllable. Okay, and sometimes we do omit vowel sounds. But again, that is not a strong concern with us, but it is here in the book for your reading. Okay, so if you see, we're flipped over to page 153. You're going to recognize some of these symbols, but they don't have anything to do with the alphabet and the sounds you know it to be. So remember that these slash marks represent the IPA symbol. So this symbol here, you can tell from the keywords that are listed under it, it is the sound of E, as in easy, each, even, these, speaking, achieve, she, me, three. So the vowels are a little bit harder to learn because you may confuse them with the alphabet as you know it. So in order to help you with this, I'm going to stop sharing your book for a minute, and I'm going to show you the keyword list that I had placed up onto your blackboard. So down the left-hand side are all of the vowel and diphthong symbols. First, we'll do vowels. And initial position of that sound under study. So this lowercase I, because it's between the slash mark, is it the IPA symbol for the sound E, as in eat, mean, see. So again, I've listed all of your IPA symbols on the left, but now we're going to take it a little bit further so that you can understand and learn differently. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to share my screen with the IPA keyboard. So I have to stop sharing for a minute to bring up my keyboard, which is waiting. It's waiting. It's waiting. It's gonna be here soon. I type in IPA, and you could type in keyboard, and you'll come up with the same thing I'm going to show you now. And you could type in the IPA. So this way, I'm going to be writing in IPA, so you can learn the symbols while reading phonetics. Now I'm also going to be obviously using symbols that we just learned in consonants. So when we write words, we put them in brackets. When you write just the symbol, it's slash marks. So I'm just going to share my screen one more minute. I forgot to print out, okay, the keyword list, so that I like to do that in IPA first. So on your keyword list, the first word is eat. So I'm going to write that in phonetics. That is the symbol of E, then you have T, and here is the word eat. The medial position was mean. And the final position was C, C. And now we're writing in phonetics and reading in phonetics so that we can get the proper understanding. So I'm going to do one or two more words from your book. So the second word on your book is E, gives you easy. And in medial position, we have, and I'm going to use my IPA keyboard for my Z, and for some reason, there's my Z, E, Z, and I get these. And then final position, I have a sh and an E, gives me she. So now when I read phonetics, I know how to properly pronounce words. Then we're going to take the E and the T and the sh, which makes it ch, and it gives me each. And then in medial position, another word from your book. Again, I only want to pick words that we only know one vowel sound. So I'll be picking B, E, and then my T and sh. My beach, you got to be careful that you're saying beach and not substituting it with another vowel. And then final position, we have a ski, and some of us like to ski. Same thing, right? Look at that. Isn't that easy? So here we have phonetics. So if I were to write a word, you need to know how to pronounce it. So we have an E and an U, gives you eel. And we have a teeny. E, we. And then I can write other words. E, 3. And if your name is Pete, eat, and now you know how to write your name in phonetics. Okay, I'm going to stop sharing this, go back to my keyword list, and this is how we're going to learn this. The next word, on our list, and that's page 153. So the next sound we have is on page 155. almost looks like a capital I, but it is not anything to do with that. It is the sound of I, as in it and kiss, and I'll explain what final position means. We do not have any words that end when you say a word in isolation all by itself. We do not have any words that end in I. They usually end in E. The only reason we have connected speech, because American English is connected, we speak in phrases, thank you, you're welcome, hold on. Long vowels at the ends of words get reduced to shorter vowels. So I went to New York City. You hear city, there's no word after it. There's nothing connecting it. So you would hear and see the spelling of, I'll stop share. I'll get to my keyboard right now so you can hear. I went to New York City. Oh, sorry. Would be oh, it's going to be I. Oh, no, sorry. It's going to be the city, right? But if I put it in a sentence with a word following city, I went to New York City yesterday. When I hear that, I'm going to say it slower. I went to New York City yesterday. I went to New York City yesterday. I went to New York City. So in conversation, we hear city become city. Oops. Oops, sorry. In conversation. We call that reduced vowels. And that's what that meant, so you understand why we do not have words that end in I in isolation. So I'm going to remove these words, and I'm going to take your initial position, I and T, make it. And then medial position was kiss. So ki, I, gives you kiss. And now, again, I'm going to go to your book and I'm going to write more words. It gives you its. And in medial position, we have g. It gives you give. And in initial position, we have I, itch. Okay. And then business. Business. Okay, we'll do one more so you can hear the difference between I and E. Here we have the I and gives you if. And in medial position, we have is gives you his. And this is also good because I also hear people say his a lot instead of his. This is his. And hiss is what a snake does. Okay.